Hello and welcome to Fresh Face One Shots. My name is Joey.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we are back with the Unbreakable X-Men by Gail Simone. This is issue number 2 of 3. We're almost done with it already, and then we'll be back to Uncanny, of course. But for now, we have issue number 2 of Unbreakable,
however,
which, this one, oh god. This one broke me.
You know what was nice? Let's talk about gorgeous cover. So, an artist on interiors this time.
Yes, we have CF Villa on art.
Yeah,
cool. I mean, hey, it's good art. I loved a lot of the layouts here, and I love the way they draw Shubarak.
Yes, but so neither of us, I think, were expecting.
Yeah, I didn't expect all my babies to be here. Every single one of them.
You're all here, and you're all grown up. And you're all sad.
Here's the thing. I never truly love the comic book trope of we're going to flash forward to the future and set a definitive end for these characters and see where they go in the future. But
no, this is the bad ending. This is the bad ending. This is a potential alternate future.
That's true. But also, this is Gail Simone doing it. And there's just something about the way she portrays them in the future that first off feels like a natural continuation of where they were going in the main Uncanny run. But I'm still very excited to get back to, of course.
More than excited, I'm like the poor babies. You are all so sad.
The issue starts. We get a bit of a recap of things that have happened about Rogue's death and how Gambit changed over time. I do love the thematic idea of Gambit not having anything to look at anymore, and that's when he started going blind, and I love that idea. But also, really, what is the actual reason that he started going blind? We have plenty more Lady Henrietta here as we begin speaking on the rising of Shubarak and following on from that wonderful plot thread of the Dark Artery from Uncanny that I just adored so much, and I love seeing it here. Shubarak has arisen. Is going to the depths of the ocean, going towards Galactus for some reason, using his powers somehow, I would imagine. But in order to fight Shubarak, we need to get a bit of a team together in order to do this. And Ransom says, and I quote, "The four of us, the original Outliers, we took a vow, Death Dream made us, to stop her if she broke free, put her back in her underground prison, and if she won't go, to kill her before she kills us all." And look, I don't think this is advertised at all. I don't think this is anywhere in the solicits. I don't think this is just Gail Simone ripping my heart out of nowhere. And I didn't need this. I didn't need this today. But my God, they're all here. All my babies. It's so good. First off,
complete gorgeous costume makeovers. Can we say
before that, we do get a Soldering appearance.
Yes,
talk with Gambit.
Here's the thing. It's the terrible thing of this miniseries had better be collected with Simone's X-Men in trade format, because I've got this sneaking suspicion that it's actually going to be really important, even as the potential bad ending.
True. Yeah, because I think this is all we're going to see of Soderang in this mini, but I would imagine it's all we're going to see. But still, I feel like there are some interesting conversations here to be had about specifically the relationship with Gambit here. Curious to see where that goes, or where that went, I suppose. Time travel's weird. But yeah, let's talk about our future Outliers. God, love the costumes. First off, I love how they all look. I love Death Dream. Death Dream's talk with Ransom is so good. There's this idea of this falling out between them, and I just want them to make up, and it makes me so sad. I love them.
Let's just make up. So can we talk about that Death Dream floats?
Yeah, Death Dream floats, and is officially, as they say, fully properly dead, integrated with the dead, does not have technically is only just now once again having a human body again, which I find really interesting.
It's so weird. I'm and I'm wondering if that's going to be a bad fate or something that will also might come to pass in the present, because I think it's a fascinating idea. And so Gail Simone I have seen on Blue Sky discussing how this is all about grief, and yeah, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, totally
injected into my veins. I adore a story about grief, and I've thought many times about how we as a society don't really do grief all that well, and we don't talk about death, and I love characters with connections to death, or characters that are just death. Usually,
that are dead. I love dead characters myself.
I said are death, not dead. You know what I mean.
Well, Death Stream is also dead, so it's still
this is true.
We do also catch up with Jitter here, who
might be taking on certain aspects of Rogue. It's hinted at, like
yes, most definitely.
And also Gale, why?
What I find
You know, I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice that? That was like the first thing I noticed. I was like, oh yeah, there's no multiple letters for certain words. I think I find that fascinating. I think also a comment on again with the connection with Rogue, there was all the talk of Rogue's like quote unquote speech therapy, you know, back in the regular Uncanny run, and now we kind of have this here. Because Rogue offered that to Jitter as well, which I find interesting. So we have that here. We have Calico in a gorgeous costume. I love Calico's look.
He's turned into a total rich bitch.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, she's amazing.
This is upper class British jockey outfit. Like,
yeah.
And there's something about how the sadness in her face, and also the many embers. Like,
yeah.
Which
we made sure that Ember will always be around. Which once again, I think there's that comment on death and grief, and I think that's
and maybe not quite moving on when you really should. Going to accept it, and maybe we're doing some spooky shit, because that is probably the scariest image in this entire issue for me. Is just that panel of all the embers. Like, I'm like that. Sent a chill down my spine.
This poor girl. Who, I mean, God, in addition to like just being about the nature of Ember in general, but also has to do something with her relationship with Jitter, which I'm assuming didn't end well, because we get this little reunion here during the actual Shuvarak fight. I find really interesting. But then Shuvarak finds the X-Men. I love the full page of them all showing up. They're the Uncanny X-Men, seeing them all lined up there. It's amazing. They look so good.
I love that we haven't like this new team isn't called the Unbreakable X-Men. Like,
yeah, no, they're still the Uncanny. Of course they are. Yeah, love them. Absolutely love them. We have a very brief fight with Shuvarak here, as Shuvarak pretty much just hands their asses to them, and is now going after Namor, which obviously we'll see the end of next time.
I mean, it's obvious because Shuvarak wants to be the biblical Leviathan, which is a choice. Choice. Once again, I am very glad that this entire thing has been like mostly separate from the Age of Revelation. Like, I have not felt like I need to read the rest of the event.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that is nice. That is very, very nice. I've enjoyed that. And yeah, it's Gale doing what Gale does best and just telling a great story in its own right. It doesn't need to be...
And I've seen the cover for issue 3. Oh no.
It is exciting. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, only one issue left. Of course. Yeah. Of course, I'm very excited to get back to regular Uncanny, but I have been pleasantly surprised, of course, by this entire thing, because I mean, Gale is as Gale does, and thus we have another amazing couple issues here of X-Men, even when we can't do, I suppose, regular X-Men, so to speak. So this is great. All right, I think that about does it. Be sure to check out other Fresh Face One Shots we do. We cover Superman by Joshua Williamson, Wonder Woman by Tom King, Trinity, Daughter of Wonder Woman, the spin-off of Wonder Woman, as well as Batman by Matt Fraction, the current DC event, DCKO. We're covering all of that, the main miniseries at least. We're also obviously covering the Unbreakable X-Men, and we'll be going back to Uncanny in January. There's also the main podcast, Fresh Face Comics, where at the time of this coming out, we have somewhat recently put an episode on Alias Volume 1 and have an episode coming up on Alias Volume 2. Afterwards, we're going into a single episode of just its own little Marvel block, so be on the lookout for all that when that's out. Otherwise, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Blood Studios. You can get all kinds of fun things there, like early Star Trek reviews, exclusive Star Trek commentaries, fresh-faced extras, and if you're not into any of that, there's a general support tier. It'll just put your name down in the description below. It'll be the first thing that people will see when they go down there. They'll see that you're a cool person. They'll want to be a cool person. They'll want to join the Patreon. That's how it works. Check out our link trees, our socials. Everything is down below. You can follow us wherever you want to follow us. Subscribe to the channel, Blood Donut Studios. Annual support means the absolute world to us. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan.
And Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.